Let's see how ready they are.
That's
to go
right.
into the game.
Yep, on their seats, in their seats. Fans, of course, hoping to get out of their seats as they stand up to the cool plays that we're about to see. I don't know what to expect here. This could be very one-sided, or we could have a very strong showing from the first time that we get a chance to see Pantawalon Esports. Of course, even though 2Kill is a new team name to the PBWC, 4 out of 5 of their members did play as VTI in the last PWC or PBWC. So veteran team, and of course very very strong together, even with their new member. I think it was Doodles. Is he the new player on the team? Don't have that written down correctly on my sheet.
Let me
So
just make sure go through my data of what I can search for 2K, except for Nyang.
okay. So Nyang would be the new
Doodle,
guy.
RHG, MLG, 400 kilogram. It was back in VTI Esports before, and Yang is a new one into the team.
Cool. All right, so he is the guy to watch for, at least to see whether or not he was a strong addition or maybe a little bit of a weak spot. I think he's doing pretty well. He was tasked with a lot of tough opportunities in the first series and came out on top. So looking forward to seeing how he fares against Pantawalon, a name that I'm going to have a lot of fun saying, G-Clef, but I don't know if they'll have a lot of fun against a very strong team in 2Kill.
Well, we'll have to go in and wait. See, we do see lots of coordinated mouse, but that's a limited edition G Steel Series mouse pad, which I see on the right side.
Ooh.
QCK plus, and it's not thick enough, so it is not mass.
Wow, you're really a connoisseur.
I know. I
of mouse
basically
pads,
know.
G-Clef.
I basically played so much FPS that I know all the mouse pad and
Is there a mouse pad meta?
No, it's just personal preference.
Okay.
And if you actually, and of course it's a device that you actually have to kind of buy to actually feel the mouse, and then you have to return. So there are actually lots of mouses on eBay, and just to be tested. First of all, you have to go from. Never mind. We are actually going into the game finally. The match 3 between 2K and Pantawalon will begin very soon.
And here we go, getting a nice overhead shot. We talked about which map or which bomb sites you want to push here, and of course A being the more valuable one, but it's tough to make it up these stairs.
We have one waiting, and does get a nice headshot. Actually making a back way already from blue side, controlling the red spawn here.
Man, RHC, what a monster. Just comes up, getting it, lands the instant headshot. Even a little bit of a pistol hope there kept alive, but 2K, they already have 1K. We'll see if they can live up to their name.
So the red right now is basically they have to push in here because they will be trapped in that red room if they don't push, because blue is already pushing from the other side. Gets another one down with the pistol. Not a headshot, but gets very low and gets taken down with the grenade.
Oh, got to run away from the grenade, but it's going to force him to push forward. Turns out that's a good thing there for Dunker. He does dunk on a couple, but it's going to be a 1v3 to end things out there. So
they're
Phosphoro,
kind of trapped right in here. They have blue, actually, with 3 men, they have every angle covered, so they couldn't really move away. So that was the main problem, because they lost that first back push from the blue side, which was kind of unexpected. It will be 2K taking the first round.
Yeah, no surprise there. They are not only a strong team, but they're also on defense, and they're doing a good job on that defense. I will say that it's kind of interesting to watch Pantawalon. They do make a lot of kind of aggressive rushes, at least it seems that way, that I wouldn't expect to work out, but sometimes it does. So keep an eye on Pantawalon, see what way they want to break here. Currently, we're just watching Dunker and Phosphoro try to make it up the left-hand side of the map.
Yeah, look how they're approaching this one, as the main hallway is not really considered by either team, just having some defensive moves by 2K. Instead of pushing in this time, they want to cover up because a lot more pressure coming in now from the red room, from the narrow hallway into the second floor.
Keeping an eye. This is just like such a narrow pillar to hide behind, but we're good enough. Look at that epic defense. So much damage being done there, and now Dunker coming around for the flank is going to land another kill here. RHZ having some difficulty there. Nyang, the new member for the team, a guy that we will have to watch. Hopefully we get a chance to see him on the screen, but I think it's going to come down to Doodles here. Can he defend the stairs?
Doodles It's covered by both sides, trying to keep his position because his teammates are likely going to come very soon.
Oh, it's a
Great
massacre.
reflexes onto that
Oh, this
man.
is perfect for Doodles. He does finally go down there in the end, but at what cost, right? Now, Nyang, the new guy on the team, has a lot, some big shoes to fill.
Caught
Comes
off
around the
guard.
corner, the point blank, literal kill there,
Mhm.
coming through, and Pantawalon take the win.
Was caught off guard for a second, just thinking that bomb would be planted towards the A side, and it was actually quite away. But they knew because they had all the area nearby A controlled. They knew that he was coming from B side. It was towards that way or the entire other way towards the main hall, which is barely impossible in that time. So it's got caught in the guards there.
Watching Dunker come around the corner. He's got covering fire for the rest of his team, so great support there, allowing him to make this aggressive push. Now, he finally knows he's going to be running into the enemy team, but he's got a great angle there, and like I said, good covering fire. Has to back off from the nade there, so the push is stopped for now.
Yeah, you actually wonder why are they firing at the wall? What are they trying to do? They're just having pre-fires, of course. If you know that that's going to be the angle where the opponent is going to be very likely, just having pre-fire without even knowing the knowledge or having the information, you may just get lucky shots. A few shots, maybe in a headshot, that's going to be a kill.
Yeah, and you have to go for any
Ooh,
opportunity.
big grenade hit.
Yeah, okay, he should have known that
Onto
he was
Barney.
going to get hit by that. But so Barney's a little bit low. All things being equal, 2K have a slight advantage here. But look at that nade already taking the first frag there on to Dunker. So he got dunked on, and now it's up to Barney and the rest of his 3 members left alive to try to break around the corner. Not going to work out for Barney that time. Barney Dunker down. Now Pantawalon down 3 on 5. Have to keep trying to break around this corner.
Second floor, there are 3 members in this crossway. Going all the way in, but not going to be in close. Only getting 1 out of the way. They have 3 members here. It is pretty hard. This is the one that I was talking about. Right next to the stairway, the crossway. If they can make it through, then they will get control of A and B at the same time. If they cannot get that through, which is really hard to be done there, the one round they actually took was amazingly done. And look at that.
Phosphoro. Okay, nice nade coming through, but it's not going to hit anyone. It's just covering fire for now. The smoke, of course, in there will make that hallway pretty much impenetrable. So gonna have to find another way around for now. I'm not sure if Pantawalon can do it. They're gonna try a couple of different angles, but that hallway is just a no man's land.
Yeah, basics of point blank when he was first walking in without the pre-fire from his teammate. The opponent can actually hear your footsteps so well. So it's actually very good to have the pre-fire.
Barney actually kill everybody?
Yes, 2 hits.
Oh my god.
2 kills with headshot and 1 more.
Oh my god.
Gets taken out instantly.
So
great backup from 2K.
Good. Yeah, exactly like you said, backup, the team communication coordination working out in a big way. Of course, after that, 2K do clean things up a little bit. So in the end, it's not really going to matter that much, but still, you got to give it to Pantawalon. They're really coming up with a lot of strength in these tough situations. Unfortunately, it's 2K that went out in the end. What is it that's allowing 2K to defend so consistently?
Well, they're keeping all the focus onto the crossway, and it's really hard to actually push into the B site as you're not really having the snipers. You can't really go in all the way. There are lots of shelves that will protect the blue side even. So they are really risking it by pushing in. But that is the only way from the red side is either the main hallway or the red room.
I mean, yeah, it seems like with the isolated avenues that you have to get there on red side, especially if you're pushing A, that would open up a lot of opportunities for snipers, but we haven't seen any of that so far.
There's a chance, but going into this hallway, if they can make it through, they can spread out everywhere basically, and the enemy, well, in terms of blue side, they will actually have no information where they are going next. So that's what they're trying to do. If they break through here, very high chance of winning, but of course, very hard to do.
Oh, a lot of nade damage, and in the end, it's enough to create a 3-on-3. But of course, 400 kilos is very, very low here, so it's not entirely a fair fight. Coming around the corner there.
Grenade catching 1 more, and then they will actually turn this around 1 more for this final one, and they do spot him.
Oh, Nyang pre-firing, and it works. Yeah, Nyang is in a 1-on-1.
He's going down to be actually planting it right now.
Yeah, going for the plant here. He's going to give him 40 seconds, just about. Phosphoro there to defend. Phosphoro, Nyang, can he get the hits off? Sprays, good. Phosphoro gives his team the second win on offense.
He heard the footsteps coming in, knew that it was going to be very likely coming directly from A, where his teammate died right before. So having great read on the path of the opponent, getting 2 points from red, very surprisingly here already.
Yeah, I mean, these are true luxuries, right? Ideally, given the advantage that defenders, the blue team, does have, you would expect that the best team versus the best team would have a big advantage there. But, hey, 2 wins already. Pantawalon standing up very well against a strong opponent.
Yeah, and it's nice to see the tap screen a little bit sometimes. Maybe they are considering going down to A hall this time as they're slowly approaching, but it's really hard to break through the A hall because there's that same amount of where right now is where ML God is actually staying in. Similar one right next to blue res.
All right, running forward, actually running through the smoke. Oh no, he gets punished for it. Too greedy there. The aggression does not pay off. That's 2 early losses for Pantawalon.
They have all in plan. 2 guarding both of the angle.
Yeah.
One is throwing the grenade, making sure they can't actually use that timing to break through. Just having your cover by the teammates.
Yeah, no way you're going to be able to make it all the way through there. So an attempt at coming through past A, but it won't work out.
A member down. They actually make the rotation down to the A side. B side already being guarded all the way from the back, so it's going to be really hard to go through. They cover multiple angles, gets more kills. Down to 2-2 here. And
yeah, that area over by railing. You
the
can
final
see
one.
THC or RHZ is coming around the corner. He's going to find the angle. No, can't hit it in time. Pantawalon crushing it 3-3 on offense.
They're really breaking it through continuously towards the crossway, and it's been working with lots of grenade, lots of aggressive movements coming in from the very beginning of the round every time.
And I would think railing would be a strong spot for the defensive team, but you could see that for Pantawalon, even though they had the low ground disadvantage, they had the numbers advantage, and sometimes that's all it takes. So, man, just really playing this map. And like we said, Luxville is one of the oldest maps, the ones that strong teams like 2K should be most familiar with, but they're really struggling here against the Latin American representatives.
Having very nice pushes, and for the crossway, of course, the big problem, but even A-Hall has been considered being pushed many times.
Look at ML God protecting that avenue impeccably. Like, how do you get through that? He's just too good. He kills 3 almost by himself. He's like a one-man army. You can't make it through his defensive area.
Because he's standing right behind that object. It's really hard. Then what you do is just throw in the angle. There are multiple angles that actually you can do right after this free fire to actually have that move away and then shoot in. But when there are multiple blue members actually defending that side, it makes it really hard, which was often the case. And
oh no! They're just running into him one by one.
Suicide mission right there.
It's hard also to get an angle for a grenade there. A lot of times you think against
nice headshot right there, catching one hit.
Okay, so ML God finally gets his just desserts. He's taken out, but it's a 1-on-3. He already did his job, and the rest of his team will do theirs. 2K finally putting themselves up 4-3.
Finally catching one more as the momentum was shifting towards Pantawalon so hard.
Yeah, so
rounds already.
Like you said, very important for 2K to change that momentum back into their favor. They'll do it again with an early frag, so that's going to put them up 5-4. Actually, we're going to run into one another there right around railing, but
it makes it through the main hall. Goes all the way into the ramp here.
Now Dunker coming through smoke, but he sees just barely through it. Finds 1 kill. Can he find a second one? His teammates
they're
right
already been
there.
shaken. They have to be down. The final member here, Doodle, trying to make some play. Down to 1v1 and does get the final hit, scoring 4-4.
This is the closest round we've seen so far in the Point Blank World Challenge, and I cannot emphasize how surprised I am. This is Pantawalon from a region that we haven't seen perform very well in these World Challenges. They're really showing up here against a team that's already picked up a win in the group stage.
Brilliantly done. They were focusing on the crossway this entire 8 rounds, actually 7 rounds right before that, and suddenly having one going all the way to the main hallway, sneaking into the stairs there. And taking one down, basically, man, the crossway, they have to defend both sides and they were actually stuck together. Blue side getting stuck. They
Yeah.
should be the one trapping down the red side in this map.
Exactly. It's so hard to come around the corner there in Red Hallway. You get nailed from Crossway, but that's actually been a big point of advantage for Pantawalon. It's just so impressive. So let's see what they do here in the final round of our first half. Trying to come around the corner there. Phosphoro has been the big hero so far. He's going to have to do it again. A 2-on-5.
There are multiple members looking towards this angle, right next to the blue res.
Whoa!
It's basically impossible to go through all that. So with 5, 2K will defend it actually with 5, but still 4 points taken away by Pantawalon. Great amount of number from the red side taken away already. So after switching, going into the second half, they will need to make their own pushes at least 4 rounds.
Right. Now, one of the things that could be contributing to a more even game, a more even score on Luxville is that because it is the map that teams are most familiar with, offense or red side has had plenty of opportunities to plan avenues of attack. They've got lots of practice. And so this is a map that, out of all of the maps in the pool, has been kind of most figured out. So maybe that makes it a little bit more even, but I'm still really impressed by Pantawalon, G-Clef.
Yep, their push have been amazing, and how they try to find holes. And using that main hallway, I think, not just the pushes that were allowed into the crossway with the grenades, that was pretty impressive, but having a side action, actually having a plan B in this case for Pantawalon, and trying to have that ongoing. Seems like we have the rounds in play for the second half for the both teams. 2K in lead so far, but they're going to be on the offense in this case, in the red.
Yep, 2K now on offense. Can they have a stronger performance here?
3 men in the main hall.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very strong push as they look to pursue 400 kilos. Like, this guy has been the big man figuratively and literally on his team, and definitely a member to watch. Keeping an eye. What is the real strength that they're looking for, making that aggressive push up B hall?
There will be people waiting in the railing there, so they're waiting for the moment. They are diving in slowly. They're throwing in the grenade, maybe getting some taste. They actually get a kill with the grenade.
Wow. Okay, that's a little bit of bonus there. They do lose a lot of health on Doodles, but I think 2K are pretty okay with that.
But he does make it out, just running out of there with the knife.
He just ran as fast as he could. His little feet carried him out of there alive. So I don't want to say lucky, but fortunate there for 2K as they keep all 5 alive and look for another rotation.
See here, as they're slowly approaching from the red hallway all the way into the narrow. Not really catch him too well.
Yeah, they can't quite break around the corner. There's no real easy way to do that unless you want to coordinate either grenades.
Blue actually walking out.
Oh, wow. This is perfect timing.
Got down, actually made an offensive move from Pantawalon. Will be caught. There's one
waiting around the corner.
Waiting in the A side. Gets taken down as well. Only one left from B side. Going all the way in Dunker. Has to make some amazing plays here.
Oop. Nope, not going to happen there. Unfortunately, he does get taken out. 2K start off their offense on the red side with a win. Let's go, G-Clef.
As I'm writing down every single thing here.
Did you write down that there was a fire in the hole? Somebody should call the point-blank fire department to put out the fire in the hole.
Well, that fire department will surely be busy.
Might
have to just program that out.
Yeah, many fires in many different holes, so we've got to put them all out.
It's happening in all servers at the same time.
That's right. There are quite a lot of fires to put out. The busiest fire department in the land, the point-blank fire department.
They're actually focusing onto the main hall a lot more compared to what Pantawalon did. They barely had Doodle. Once again, super low, down to 2 HP. Doesn't survive.
A second lease on life. We had 6 HP, 5 HP, now 2. So Doodle's very, very lucky.
The reason why you look down is because you can actually bend a little bit so you don't get headshot.
It looks weird to watch from first person, but if you were watching this from third person, you'd see what the model does. The hitboxes are accurate enough that if you do look down, you have a smaller hitbox, so you're more likely to survive.
That is the thing. Also threw in a smoke just to cover up himself to get out, but will be very low. Can actually be damaged right after. So what you do if you have a very, very low teammate, you would have them right behind you, so you can actually take the damage. So your teammate will get the chance to take one out with a headshot. Of course, very low. Can actually melt right away after the first one, but it gives a better chance for the second one to actually do damage. 400 kilogram gets taken out, making it 4v4.
Yeah, well, Doodles is still alive. We'll see if maybe he can come back to haunt Pantawalon as they do take casualty after casualty. But in the end, it's still a 1v1. So we'll see if RHC can come out on top here.
RHC does have the information that he's right in there, but not the same case.
Oh, a beautiful sort of predator and prey situation at the end gives a second win on offense to 2K. This could actually be the closest map of maybe the entire tournament, G-Clef.
So you look at that angle. Once you practice enough, you know exactly what to do.
Yep, pixel perfect on the nade positioning. Gonna get a nice clear arc. That's my forecast. Nice clear arcs right over the top. Perfect nade positioning.
Clear skies.
That's right. Clear skies, except for the 30% chance of grenades falling from it.
Nah, not going to be securing any kills. 400 kilograms, super low. Doodle actually got caught this time, taken out already along with Barney.
Yeah, he was not fortunate enough to be able to make it out by the skin of his teeth this time. So it's still a 4v4, but 400 kilos is still very, very low. We'll see what the teams decide to do. Looks like still trying to push up that, narrow hallway, yeah.
Going all the way down. Down the hill, next to blue res.
Yep, sprays catch out ML Gods. So 3-on-3 for now. Still trying to break through in the end. It's still a stalemate. So what can you say about this? What's the avenue there? 400 kilograms gets taken out, and this is just a masterful defense by Pantawalon, finally starting to stand their own.
As long as they have the staircase actually gets one more kill, and we'll get a little bit less of damage there. It could have done so much more. But with the jump, that was a lot harder, I would say. Just looking at the railing, just in case someone goes in and looking for the multiple angles, but actually it's taken out instead.
Again, we find ourselves with a one-on-one situation here. It's going to be...
he actually turned around and got the hit.
Did he just no-scope him out of nowhere?
He dropped down knowing the placement where he is, and he came down with a headshot. He was risking himself to an open space compared to the one where the enemy actually has a good object in front. That was a very risky move, but getting a lucky headshot there.
Wow, what a god. Luxy, he clutches it out for his team in the last round, but he's the first to die this time around, putting his team at a disadvantage. Trading around some guns before we get things really started here. An early casualty for Pantawalon is going to put them at risk of taking a deficit in this series that they won't be able to make up. Just going ahead and figuring out which way each team wants to run. It looks like it's 4-1 split with one in the main hallway. Coming around the corner. Seeing if... where's ML God want to go? If I was him, I would just camp stairs again. But unfortunately, he's on offense this time, so it's not really as much of an option. So now he's got to deal with that. How do you push through the hallway? Going for the one-on-one, but backs out.
Yeah. 2K not really focusing onto the crossway as much. They're actually going for that blue spawn all the time because the positioning of PBWC is actually a little bit farther away. They are actually thinking that they can just win out the duel.
Oh, Doodles dies in the background. RHC gets taken out there. 400 kilograms going to get taken out as well. Nyang, the last surviving member of 2K.
And Yang pull it back together. Does have 100 HP. Both of the members staying together.
Whoa,
That's one.
6 shots, Young, right over the doorway, up the hallway, finds the shots to make it a 1v1, and he's got the higher health total. So this is just a really great spot for 2K to be in, but it's all about the sound. Can they find each other's locations?
They both know.
Yep.
They both know very likely they're going to be right on top, and does not even have enough time. No sounds coming in, so Yang actually turns aside, goes to B side instead.
Yeah, he's going to try to wrap around and look for another angle there. Right in the middle on B side. He's going to go for the plant here. Yang is going to get it down.
Right on top.
Yeah, he's going to get the spray. Both players protected. It's going to be an aim battle. And in the end, Yang clutches it out. 2K at a huge deficit. They come up with instead a 3-1 score in the second half.
Yang had the blue crate, I would say. The big blue box had the multiple angles to come out from left or the right, and instead, and the blue only had the defensive booth for only limited angle to defend himself. So that was in a limited situation for him to defend there. And I know the plan was coming in, so he had to go defend. Not
The
really much of a
power of
choice there.
choices.
See, that's how you can bend with your. Just showing an example for us and
Yeah,
all of you guys.
It's interesting because you bend at the waist, not at the neck. So a lot of people think that if you bend at the neck, it's not going to, save you that much. But if you bend at the waist, that's actually a much smaller target. It also doesn't change your running speed, so you can still get out of there very defensively. So nice that we can highlight that for a second, but we've got to keep an eye on the fires in the hole. See which ones are landing. No damage just yet. Right as I say that, it looks like
opens
Doodles
up the entire stair here. As
stairs going to be very difficult to push through usually. Oh my god, Doodles is a god! He's going to die right after there, so maybe a demi-god, but still comes up with a clutch 1v1 win. Now 400 kilos coming around the corner, gets taken out there as well. So this is going to be a rough situation. ML God, he's in a favorite place of his, right behind that little obelisk coming up the stairs, but he'll go down as well, or his teammates go down. He's still alive. Can he be a god for his team and pull out yet another turnaround for 2K?
Getting close. Getting that C4 right now in place. And I think he can just stay there.
Yeah, that's a great position.
He actually fell.
Wait, yeah, he missed his angle right there running up the stairs, so he's forced to nade and try to reposition around the left-hand side.
Finds one. But there's one more coming from this side. Actually exposes himself on an open angle.
Yeah, the Chris Vector's great when you dual wield them. It's just spraying down, pre-spraying an angle.
He's going to go around. Oh, he's actually going to hide, try to bait the sound, listen to the sound, and make sure the diffuser is not going on for the time being.
Spotted. Oh, he's spotted.
Just
trying to
buy
jump
the time.
out.
It's going to be just enough time, maybe. Down
he's
to
gotta
9.
Find the bomb.
And more than enough time to actually defuse it. So they will actually have a massive comeback here.
Yep. Explosives diffused. There we go. So we do get a defuse in the end. Pantawalon are able to clutch out their second win, but they'll need to take this round 5-4 just to get a tie off, G-Clef.
Very competitive match. Compared to the first two, I think this is so far the most competitive so far.
I love that it is competitive. Like the set scores are close because of these crazy clutches that we have at the end. When it's like a 1-on-1 or a 1-on-2 and the team that's down comes through. This is the best point blank to watch, at least in my opinion. Maybe I haven't watched all the sickest games from all the qualifiers, but I will say that the PBWC is paying off so far.
Make sure you go watch the Storm 2 one with the knife that G-Clef played before. It's not on YouTube.
We're gonna show G-Clef highlights in between the games, guys. So you'll be able to see that.
That was pretty bad.
Well. If only we could just string together some highlights. But we've got a few highlights already here. 2 minutes left on the clock. Finally going to see both teams kind of impact each other as they crest the narrow hallway. Coming around the corner.
This time, they will actually try to pressure into the stairs in a way where they actually do not have too many members across the second floor crossway. Maybe focusing onto A hall, which they have been doing with lots of the strategy. They're going slower this time, a lot slower compared to the ones before.
Pre-firing, I think that was meant to go past the corner, but even still, neither team is really committing right now. But I think both teams really aware of how close the match is right now and playing a little bit squeamishly. But well, 400K gets taken out. All of a sudden, it's PTW busting out. Nyang's got something to say about that. The highest kill member of 2K coming up with even more.
Yep, 8 kills, 5 assists. Pretty nice KDA there. Finds himself planting A. And in this 3-2, I would say, of course, a member more for PTW, but still, they're knowing the position and securing that with 2 men here. And getting 1 man down. This is basically, it's so close to a win now.
Yeah, ML God coming around the corner, and Yang gets taken out, but in the
taken
end,
out again!
Fade is going to get the kill in time to defuse the bomb for the second time in a row. Pantawalon, they are really bringing this back. If they pick up another win, they'll be 1 away from taking the series.
I think they could have just backed up after the first kill, and even after the second kill. They could have just been patient, just creating the multiple angles where basically if you have 2 men in that A site, you cannot lose. There is no way of losing unless you have pretty bad aim.
Well, unless you make a mistake, right?
Unless you have a mistake, but it is at this level of play where you have 180 degrees both sides and the one coming in the middle, can you actually get 2 kills right off at the same time? It is impossible.
Yeah, I mean
So
that's why we talked about A site being so much more difficult to take
mhm,
because if you do take it as the offense team is red, it's just so easy to defend once you get the plant down. And it feels like 2K gave themselves every advantage and then threw it away there at the very end. So,
yeah, I think that is exactly what happened in the previous round.
well, we get a brand new round here, and it's going to start off with a disadvantage here for 2K. They're going
Ooh,
to take
pushing
1
all
kill,
the way
2
up, gets
kill,
3
3.
kills by himself alone.
This is insane. Barney, like, what are you going to do against this guy? ML God now trying to be a god and kind of salvage this round for his team, but I don't know if he's really going to have too easy a time of it. Coming around the corner, he's got a little bit of
Gladly,
smoke
they
there.
still had control of the red room there for
Yeah,
themselves, so it's actually bad, not that bad. And down
trying.
to, of course, 4-3-2. They weren't really uh, pressing in too much of the crossway, so blue started to call out a little bit, got caught off guard there.
Mm-hmm. And ML Gotti's controlling that narrow hallway off to the side. It looks like he has moved up just a little bit now into blue spawn. Trying to look and find where the rest of the enemy team are. A bomb still has yet to be planted, right? There's only 1:20 left.
They really find the time.
Oh, come around the corner. Oh no, he gets taken out from behind. They came from
Yeah, he turns around when the enemy was
behind.
coming towards him at the same time.
Well, this puts Pantawalon Esports 1 game away of taking out the Brazilian powerhouse Team 2K, who have already claimed a win. We're going to start things off with what could be our final round of our third series of the night.
Yep, first half was 5-4.
Mhm.
It was as close as it gets, but PTW, if they get one more, they will be securing the match win. Of course, for a win, 3 points, tie 1, and a loss, 0 points in terms of group points and how you make the standings from it.
Yeah, of course, a win much, much better for the team. But so Barney got tagged a little bit, but shouldn't actually matter all that much. 4KG gets out of there. He knows as soon as he starts taking fire, he needs to reposition here. And Elgato actually trying to defend by himself there around the blue spawn, but looks like his defense is holding for now, but it might be a little bit more difficult.
For the similar strategy, pushing into A hall, and also having one from the hallway, I believe. One was trying to come around from all the way from the other side. They're making the switch, and after knowing that, after checking all the way into the railings, they are making the switch going into the hallway, making that long way around.
I love the pixel perfect precision here, just getting their nades exactly where they need to. And both teams really feeling each other out. You can tell that the pacing of this game is much more respectful. Very, very slow because for 2K, they know this could be it.
Could be the final round, and gets stopped, first of all. Gets a counter kill.
Yeah, so it looks like right now 2K have a little bit of an advantage, but wait, what was that? ML God just has all the time in the world to spray down to get another kill. He's the only surviving member, but he's killing everybody in his path.
Down to 2-1 still. And, oh my god, trying to distract where he's going.
This is really cool. A lot of misinformation being given. Oh, but he drops down, gets taken out,
too low.
and Pantawalon complete the comeback on defense. They have an incredible offense round, and they will bring it back to take a very narrow win over 2K.
What an impressive move at the end. Being a little bit naive, not really taking out your gun. There was also very high chance, actually, of having an opponent at that object right before the A plant. Great comeback from Pantawalon, actually, securing the win against the winner of from Brazil 2K.
Yeah. A lot of Peruvian pride there for Pantawalon Esports representing Latin America as they put that flag on their backs and head back off stage, or back on stage rather, out of the booth, back on stage. A very deserving place for them to be. We'll be able to talk about that round for a while, G-Clef, but just incredible to see their ability to not only handle the very difficult task of being offense on Luxville, but then also to play defense so incredibly well. Just really kind of doing it all. So really a surprise to me. I was kind of underestimating them before their series here, but I think after this series, you really can't underestimate them anymore.
Yep, great Sportsmanship, as we have lots of thumbs up, high fives, and handshakes from both teams. But right before they came in, 2K, they looked kind of frustrated after the
They
result.
really did. I mean,
One was standing up, about to scream at his teammate, and then the opponent came in, and then he was suddenly smiling.
Aw, great sportsmanship there at the end. Really, for me, it all comes down to the A plant that 2K got off in the second half, right? They plant on A. They've got 2 men left alive to cover both angles, and instead they decide to push aggressively, and they lose. And it's like, wait, you had the win there. At least it seemed like. And then Pantawalon take that win, and then the wins after that to be able to turn it around and complete their comeback. But wow, just what a series. Really, really impressive.
Yep, that was the first loss of 2K. May in continue? What are they going to make a comeback? Only 2 games in, 2 matches in so far. We're down with Luxville, and we did see some strategy, of course, going for the crossway second floor. But sometimes that is not the only way. You can actually go for the main hall, try to make your comeback from the other side. You can go around with lots of overnades again, but not really having as powerful of an attack from 2K, but that's going to be the 3rd match. We do still have 5 or 6 more matches.
That's right, 6 more games
yes.
go. Up next, we've got AOEXE taking on Tokyo Strikers, so you don't want to miss that. We'll be right back.